I'm just eating some creepy pasta here. It's so creepy.
Is it creepily
But it
delicious?
really tastes the creepy sauce.
Anxiety filling up every space, no
I get it. I get why everyone on the internet always asks for sauce.
It's
Like the
taking over, damn, no
creepypastas.
closure, moving closer.
Because it really makes the pasta creepy.
Some can't stay sober.
Do you get the crunchy one or the spooky flavor?
The Botox that I like to look nice.
You're like, I don't have a tie here. And you put it on.
I got nightmares in my head, I fear.
What's up, familia? I am El Rey Zombie.
And I am wishing I ate the rest of that pasta. It looks so good and creepy. But it's impossible!
AKA the Hitman. And welcome to our religions, monsters, and more.
You know
We're
it.
having an early Halloween episode in, where are we now? February?
What? Yes, we are.
Because love is scary.
Tell me that you have not seen some stupid blurry picture on the internet and been like, man, I want to know about this, and you just go down the rabbit hole. And you know what? Like, okay, right now, look at this lighting right here that I always have. That's just insane, and it's so bright.
It's like bright lights over here.
And like all the characters are like,
we're like inside of the weekend video right now. It's just like,
I'm a creepypasta right here.
we're meanable.
I'm no eye Jack or whatever. What's up?
Oh my god,
man!
Is that Jack the Killer, right?
No, it's Jeff the Killer, but there's also I'm pretty sure No Eye Jack is the name of the other one.
Shit,
man, and then like they're like terribly worded. It's like amateur hour goosebumps. They're such a guilty pleasure. It's like okay, there's on the one hand there's creepypasta, on the other there's fanfic. You know, like you get like your dirty, and you get your like your and I think they scratch, you know, two sides of the same itch. But and like look at how much it's blown up. I mean, we got Five Nights AF that started as that. Oh no, she did. And then we got Slender Man. We got. I cannot tell you how many of these like SCP crazy I've seen. There's so many. There's Siren Head now. There's like, I don't know, Bonda Head. There's all kinds of crazy ass monsters. There's Charlie Choo Choo Charles. You seen that? It's something as a tank engine with spider legs.
There's a lot of different monsters and stuff in there that you could get lost for the whole day if you go down that rabbit hole, like you said.
Yeah. So what started this off was I was in the middle of nowhere. I thought.
You thought it was alone.
I was on a riverboat, cruising on a nice little river, and all of a sudden I was surrounded by 100,000 crows. There were so many crows, nuts, and I didn't know what was going on, and I ended up crashing at this place, and it turned out that it was Mothman HQ.
Shit.
It was, yeah. I didn't know. I stumbled on it. So, this is where one of the many cryptids of the Middle Americas. It's always the boring places of the country.
They just get bored and make up stories. I saw the lights. Maybe. What lights? I don't know. Let's make up a light. A name for it.
So this one was in West Virginia, Point Pleasant.
Was it pleasant? Were you pleasantly surprised?
Yeah, for the most part. So there's this. So in 1966, there was this old ammunition factory from World War II that was up that way. That was kind of abandoned, but people would go check it out. This one couple was there. They thought they saw this 6-7 foot guy with a hood, and then it turned out the hood was wings. And then he ended up chasing their car. They're going 70 miles an hour, and he's still catching up to the car and flying over it. So they're freaked out.
I'm freaked out right now.
And then later on, somebody, I know, yeah, I'm really scaring you here. And like a week later, a brother and sister go up, and the sister sees the same figure, and they just see his big glowing red eyes, and she sees him bust into the factory and fly overhead, and they dip out of there. And he's also catching up to their car, so everyone's, oh, this is a car chasing demon. So they end up seeing he's spotted here and there in the town throughout the next year. And some people tend to think that there's this Indian curse on the town.
Yeah.
Because there was an actual Indian chief that was murdered there. Sorry, native chief who was murdered there, and his son over a land dispute. So they believe that he cursed the land, and he prophesied great disaster. So shortly after Mothman was seen, the bridge separating Ohio and Virginia collapsed, killing 48 people.
That was crazy, man.
Yeah. So everyone kind of, thought it was him. So since then, lots of people have seen him here and there, and other things have happened. But yeah, I mean, nobody really had a good explanation for what it could have been.
I was gonna ask you think it was created in the lab and let loose, or was it just abomination, mutation, or
who knows? One prevailing theory I saw was something about oh man, I can't remember the name of the creature. It's something fox. It's like a dark fox or something, but I know that's not it. That's the dumbest name, but it's a
that's someone's gamer tag. Dark fox.
XX Dark Fox 69XX. The X is making stand out. Stop.
I make it pop out.
So, but it's a bat. That wingspan, it goes up to 3 to 4 feet. It's wild. It's a huge bat. It's not native to that land at all. But I mean, if anything, it could be that. But still, I don't see how anyone could mistake that for a 7-foot man. However, as I said, being in that area, there are thousands of crows flocking around that area. So.
Fucking flockers.
Yeah. Meet the flockers.
So these crows, you think they were carrying spirits? Like Eric Draven was right behind them and did like one of his specials. Like,
yeah, dude, I think all those crows had murder on them, man.
Oh shit!
I think they visited the Spirit Halloween store and got a hood.
they're like
who knows, man? Crows are smart.
Hell yeah, they are.
They probably know where to get fake IDs. They could go into your local bar.
I saw one of them still a potato chip bag. He went inside the store and just fucking bounced out.
My favorite thing from Mothman is that it spawned that Venture Brothers character.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I know the Monarch was a butterfly, but I mean there was also it's from the Tick.
The Monarch.
Spoon. Oh yeah, the Monarch was crazy. The Monarch.
Oh shoot.
Yeah. So who knows? Maybe
what happens if you encountered this man? What would you react to, or get something, trying to fling it, trying to talk to it, or what would you do?
I mean, considering he was not recorded as hurting anyone, or nobody was directly or indirectly injured from these encounters. That big of a threat.
Do you think it was an agent of chaos or something like that?
Red eyes. Yeah, why not?
I mean, he's a moth. Don't you just turn on a giant flashlight and he'll come to you? Like, I don't want you nowhere near me. Very real. I mean, who knows? Just like with other cryptics, heretics.
Yeah, I mean, there's anomalies in every species, so who knows? There really could have been something along that line.
I like the cryptozoology on it. It just goes back to the 90s when the whole chupacabra thing came out. You remember?
The chupacabra where they would take pacifiers from babies and then put them on cobs, and babies would be like, "I don't want to eat that chupi because this is a chupacabra." No. Yeah, that's pretty scary. El chupon cabra, the goat sucker.
All
I know is when I didn't know very much Spanish, I would ask people where they're from. Donde viven? Where do you live? You know, like, and then they'd say like, oh, I don't know, you know, like Jalisco or whatever. I'd be like, Jalisco, mucho chupacabra. That was my icebreaker.
It's just with the whole thing with the Yo quiero Taco Bell with the Chihuahua. Remember?
He's a cryptid too.
He's a cryptid. No, going back to the whole chupacabra thing, seeing like the whole scare, like there was like they're finding goats with no blood, or cows, something were mutilated, you know, and they're trying to find a reason to it. But then some pictures came out. There's like a dog with a long snout, like this big, like a horse snout with big teeth and stuff. He turned around. That's another one. Like during the whole craze, they're just trying to find it, and it just disappeared after a while, right? Like the government didn't show up or trying to disprove it.
Huh?
So with that, with another thing.
Well, it's interesting that most of these cryptids existed around the time that heavy drug use was it was very prevalent in very many of these places.
I swear I saw it, dog. It's all faded, all fucked up.
You know, I feel like Mothman was like, if we're going into him being real and whatever, I feel like maybe he was just trying to warn people. You know, let people know that something was coming. You didn't know what. He didn't harm anyone.
He was saying, shoot. Get out of there, get out of there.
Up on top of the bridge, like the day before it collapsed.
Yeah.
And of course, naysayers are like, well, you know, technically, there's. Well, they investigated the bridge the following day, and they're like, well, it's a miracle this didn't fall apart sooner, and da-da-da-da-da. You know?
He was giving a warning.
He's just trying to warn. Yeah. And I'm with that, man. I think he's cool. I would have whatever Mothman drinks with Mothman.
There's a nectar with a shiny little thing.
Chupacabra can go suck a goat, though. I'm not.
He'll clean you out, bro.
No thanks.
And going back to the insane with one nation. Going back to the creepypasta too, with the most famous one, that it was a character. It was like a contest, right? That they created, like who could create a creepypasta, and then they created the Slenderman.
Did you ever read what was believed to be the first creepypasta? And man, when I say read, I mean read, like, whoo, it's a lot of words. They're amateur Goosebumps authors. It's wild, man. It's so. I miss Goosebumps, by the way. It's just like, by the way, there's an AI prompt that's like, it's like randomized Goosebumps titles. And it creates all these covers, and they're hilarious. I love them so much.
Oh shit! We need to get
Like,
into some of those here.
like one is like so many handles, and it's a drawer, and he opens it. It's like, it's like a bunch of handles. He's like, which one do I pull? It's so stupid, but it's hilarious.
I thought it'd been LeBron James with the handles and the basketball, like.
Switch it up. Okay, so the original. I mean, there's always been like stories and etymologies that are passed down and stuff, but this was credited as the original.
Pasta.
Was 2001. Angel Fire, like live journal type, just wall of text, and it was like, and at first I was like, this is stupid, and even, I mean, it really took a long time to get to me, to where I was actually kind of interested. But I mean, they really did a lot to make it very believable, and it was just about these cave divers. It was like Ted the Caver, I think it was called. And it just goes into, and that's already, it was, he talks about how he idolized, oh man, I don't remember the guy's last name, but Floyd.
What up, Floyd?
Yeah. What up, Floyd?
Pretty boy Floyd.
No, I mean, this story was already where the guy, he's climbing into a tunnel, into a cave, and he gets stuck upside down like this.
Oh, yeah, I read that one. Yeah, it was inclined. And he couldn't get out because he was like this.
Yeah, he could, and rescuers were trying to pull him out, and they're like trying to fit food and water in there and stuff, and just like the blood's rushing to his head the whole time. He's hallucinating. Agonizing way to go, man. Caving, and just the thought of it really takes a special kind to crawl into a cave.
Yeah, that you the first time
barely get into. I don't want to give away anything if you want to like dive into this old school creepypasta, but the way it ends is, I mean, it sells the story.
La Llorona, Mexican folk urban legend. You know, you will hear some screams and cries right now. Please, if you are sensitive to your ears and you don't want to be spooked, this is our actual recordings of La Llorona. So I'm gonna play these on right now so you can hear them. And the Llorona will be right back. So yeah, we grew up with that. I'm getting chills, man. I'm talking about this stuff right now. So we're it's everybody knows the story. You know, they even made a movie album. You know, they're trying to connect it to the Conjuring series. You know, it's the Weeping Woman. You know, that one that it was married to this guy. This guy left. We're getting into the Llorona story right now. How how she was married to this guy. This guy's like, oh, don't worry. There we go.
I never heard that story.
They actually hear it. There's actual people recording it, like in the middle of nowhere. You hear like knocking on the door, it's like leave me alone type of thing, like, and you hear like rattling. Oh my god! Oh, I got the chills.
You know what's
and then
oh, okay. Sorry, go on.
No, I was gonna say, like, to this day, like, I don't know why nobody has. I wouldn't say confront her or trying to put her exorcism or something, put her like to peace. Because to this day, she's still out there, and then she could be lurking anywhere. Like, I haven't heard no cases in U.S. yet as of yet, but only in the motherland, in Mexico. She's out there. So be careful when you go outside by yourself. Me and my ghost hunter days, I used to mess with that, and I didn't learn my lesson. Like I always say, if you guys gonna mess with the spirit world, make sure you close the doors that you open.
Yeah, man, we all saw, what was that, Conjuring?
Yeah. But they didn't open no doors. The doors was already open. So
every time you go to a sleepover, oh yeah, Ouija time.
Every single movie, that's what the first thing. Oh, it's nothing. You pop it out.
Oh yeah.
And some even make a homemade one too with the letters and shit. Why do I keep saying that?
What's been very prevalent recently? I think ever since TikTok started coming about, and I don't even TikTok. Don't get me started. I don't TikTok.
Let me start on the tickety talk.
Skinwalkers has been a huge topic on the TikToks ever since it came to be, and it'd be like
the Skinwalker Ranch.
Oh, that's a thing, isn't it?
Yes, it is. You could even stay there.
I don't.
We should do that.
What is that?
It's like a famous person owns it, and they let you stay like a campground type of thing.
Yeah.
They say there's a lot of alien activity there too.
I'm sorry. That combination of words, I'm good. Like, I've never cared or reason to believe that, but I don't. Why would I want to invite that? No, thank you. What? And it's just like you hear somebody crying for help. That's what really messes me up too. Is just like you can't trust somebody crying for help. Like, oh,
have you seen the goat? You saw the goats, right? With the eye like that.
I would help that thing.
It's a goat, a cat. What else showed up? A horse? No.
I would help that thing too. I would help them all.
It was a mini horse. It came out of nowhere.
Yeah, if a mini horse with a lazy eye called for help, I would help it.
He's like, help!
If that's the end of me, that's just so be it.
Oh my goodness. He's like, help!
Yeah, because how do you get around that? It's just like man, it's like secret invasion. Like you can't trust anything. I can't live like that. I'm sorry, Skinwalkers, you got me.
I'm scared, man.
I'm answering all the calls. I mean, I'm just not going to be outside at 3 a.m. or whatever, but...
What if you're knocking rapidly saying, sir, can you help us? Can you help us? And there's a bunch of little kids outside. But then when you look at them, you know something's off. What I'm referring to is the Black Eye Kids. Not the rap group, not the Black Eyed Peas or something?
I sure as shit would not help the Black Eyed Peas, though. They're 2000 and late on that one.
You're like, sir? Kind sir, can you let us in, sir? Why was Fergie knocking down on your door like, sir? Fergalicious.
With that boom, boom, pow!
Fergalicious. Fergalicious.
Make them boys go loco. Did she pee herself on stage? Skinwalker? Oh.
Speaking of that, look what happened to Katy Perry. What? Katy Perry with the eye. She's like, I shouldn't be making fun of that because I have the eye problem too. So, anyways, stress is bad, kids. Don't do stress.
They're to keep kids out of stress.
Where was I going with this? Oh, the Black Eyed Kids. You know, there's a lot of accounts of that in the rural areas. Why am I getting chills? There's a lot of reports of kids showing up looking like humanoids, but they're actually little aliens or something.
I mean, that just sounds like Midwestern kids, though.
Albino kids with black eyes. Yeah.
Totally normal.
Shoot, man.
It's always been like
their white pupil, everything is like alien-like, you know. And they said that you get this strong chill, like, sir, could we come in, please? We could have called home. Can you let us in? What are they doing? Following the vampire rules?
Yeah.
You got to invite them in only to come in?
All right. Here's another popular one that has been debunked to hell and back, and I love it. I love it because the debunking is so much cooler. But also, I would also just love for it to be real by itself. Nessie.
The soccer player? Oh, I thought you said Messi.
No, it can be messy, especially considering it's a whale penis. Like,
I thought you were talking about the soccer player.
Because, like, in the 1800s, like Italian poets, I guess Irish poets,
Some poet.
They're just lounging around on rowboats, and they just see, like, this little monster, and they're like, oh, it's so romantic and lovely. It's okay, yeah, but it's just a big old floppy whale cock. Like, dude, like,
that's the longest whale cock if it's gonna be that.
It's a freaking whale.
Oh my god, I didn't know it goes that deep.
Oh man, like you could tie a tetherball to it and just...
It's fully erect. Sorry, Kevin. We went to the late night. Welcome to the late night hour with the Hitman and the zombie.
It's no surprise that the Sasquatch came about in the 70s when people didn't trim in landscape. Like,
it's a Sasquatch. Hold on, you have to do it. Hold on, let me record you.
You know what they say about big feet? That's what was roaming around the woods, man. Like
the hairy naked guy.
That's all it was.
It was Shaq in the jungle, bro.
Oh man, back when he did Shazam, what's it? That's a Mandela effect. That's totally different. No, wasn't that Sinbad?
Yes.
The Shaq movie was real.
Wasn't he a wizard? He was a wizard, right?
He was supposed to be a genie.
There you go. Yeah. And he came out of a boombox or basketball. I forgot which one. I think it was a boombox, right? He came out of.
No, Shaq came out of a big chicken. Cryptids are neat. You know, I like to think that cryptids are like, I mean, if you're going by like hierarchy, if we're going down that road, like I would like to think that the Orwellian creatures are real. Oh man, I don't know. It'd be kind of cool. Like,
I was gonna ask you. You think since Bigfoot's been around for a long time, did he evolve? Does he have a cell phone, pager, laptop? You know, keeping themselves busy in the cave or wherever they are in the third dimension they're hiding in the pocket dimension.
But I would like to think that they were like not necessarily avatars, maybe like spokesmen. There's another word for like
conquerors,
ambassadors of higher beings. That would be kind of cool. I mean, I don't really believe it, but it'd be really cool.
Or was this hermit that never wanted to go out his house and never shaved or cut his hair and just came out one day like, what is that? He just stepped out of the house and like was just flip flops and long ass hair and hairy body order for 3 years or some shit. He's trying to go grow the Guinness World Record for the longest hair. I was gonna say also too, all that drama that happened in Vegas, you know, when they scrambled the whole fucking police force for kids rioting, and they say it was 2 giant alien people walking around, they're like 8-footers, you know, like
that just happened like a month ago or something.
Yeah, what everybody's saying is like, all right, if it was rioting, how come we don't see no footage of people rioting or fighting? You know, like usually is, you know, on TikTok when they do the snatch and grabs, they have freaking videos everywhere. But they're saying, oh yeah, there was a fight. But like, where's the videos? Where's everything? You know, was it taken down? Wasn't
one of those guys pursuing unidentified flying object that he saw in his windshield? But it turned out to be a smudge in his windshield, but he was chasing it for...
My God.
for a very long time because yes,
that's a jelly-filled donut that got squirted on the windshield. She's like,
I'm sorry if I discovered what I was chasing, that secret would not have come out. I wouldn't have shared that with any other soul.
you see it? It's right there. It's getting close. It's getting close.
It just moved. It just turned.
It's moving.
We just turned.
It turned. It when it turned.
Yeah, that sounds like a Chief Wiggum-ass story right there.
It stopped because you stopped. What?
Ralphie, I'm gonna be home late tonight.
Do you think we're how could I put this out? You think we're the lower or higher evolution of or whatever we're supposed to be from? Or we're just supposed to be a when you get the cups and they put like little DNA and what's it called, the little trays? Yeah, petri dish of what would happen.
That's more in line with kind of what I think. We're an experiment. I think we're just tossing the dice and seeing how this plays out.
Yeah.
I mean, clearly there's no intervention in any way, shape, or form, in my opinion.
I know we're gonna get a lot of hate for this, but like me as a believer, you know what I'm saying?
I really feel like we're just seeing how this rides out.
Are we a jumbo mix of what would happen if we put order of someone else's life and put repetition on them, like live, get up, work, eat, poop, shower, repeat.
Yeah,
like repetition, right?
That, to be quite honest, but there's too many coincidences for it to be like, all this just kind of happened, like, you know, like too many variables lined up perfectly for us to exist in the microcosm that we do.
Well, just saying everything started with a bang, doesn't it all?
Truth.
So somebody banged somebody and then we came out. So either we were planted there, we were what's it called? Evolution, Darwinism, or whatever. We came from the ocean, or we were germs that exploded. I don't know how. Aliens, seedlings. All right, so if aliens created us, who created the aliens? Or the aliens were always there?
If you were to go into that, you would have to define always.
That's what I'm saying. Something has always. What is it? If you're gonna exist, something existed before you. But who? You know what I'm saying? It's a endless time. So like, who created you? So you could create me. So you could create that type of thing. You know. So like I say, if aliens created us, and who created them? You know, or vice versa. We created them, and we created the aliens, and we sent them out for them to explore other regions of space, and they're coming back to report on us.
Man, this is really taking a turn.
Can you imagine that we created them and then we send them out to explore other galaxies, and then come back? When they come back, we're like, what the fuck is that? And we lose memory, or we evolve certain, what's it called? Between the time we send them out, we evolved, and when they came back, we're like, who the fuck are them? Like, you changed so much because we adapted with the planet. We ate what the planet gave us instead of what we originally were. I don't know.
Man, no wonder Optimus Prime abandoned us.
They're like, you know what? Fuck this. We're out.
Prime directive.
There you go. It could be
roll out.
It could be alien robots. It could be, or it could be a zoo. You know, people are like, oh, let's go visit Earth. Let's go. Or today we're gonna go to the zoo, or we're gonna watch a war. I
had a friend who tried to start a zoo, but
how that turned out?
Well, he didn't have much money, so he only got one animal. He got a dog.
There you go.
It was a shit.
No, I was gonna say. Well, you're just trying to breathing. You know what I'm saying with all that deep thought. You know, like, okay, we were created, but everybody's saying that we were created from. The man were created from dirt, right? We go to I love Lord Jesus Christ. You know, he created us from sand, and then the women were created from our rib, because they're always ribbing us. And then that timeline, and then that time, you know, and then they evolve by, you know, having their kids. But then, I don't know. That's a whole cosmic scenarios here now.
Man, them kids.
Because and then we got thrown out. Well, they got thrown out of the, what's it called, the garden, you know, the peaceful garden, and they got thrown out to the wilderness because they ate from the forbidden fruit. And they opened Pandora's box, and all this stuff started happening.
I don't necessarily think there are any wrong answers. I just think I don't know if I trust anyone who says they have the answers. Nobody has the answers. You can have faith. Faith is fine. Faith and conviction, just fine. Definitive proof that you have the answers, you don't have to have it. You can believe what you believe, but saying you know, I don't know if I trust it.
What would you do when you die? What happens if they give you the option? They tell them, they were like, you could come back and start all over, or were you just like, you know what, I'm good?
Of course, man. Life is a gift. I love it.
You'll come back as a second generation?
Yeah, and you know what? Then I would subscribe with my new life to the Hitman and the Zombie Show, and then I would add another sub.
I know, right? No, what I was thinking too is like, I feel like, you know, when you're sitting down or you're going through, like, wait a second, I did this already. You hear like deja vu. I'm thinking like this is like a checkpoint of like you lived this already, but you're going like you hit this milestone. You're like, all right, I'm going in the right direction that I was supposed to go, type of thing. I'm scared. I
like to believe that we are the culmination of all the experiences and information that we've gathered, and that it's our duty to pass it on to the succeeding generation.
For the impossible, I am the Ray Zombie. This is and has been the Hitman and the Zombie Show. Till next time, much love.